Welcome to this video about the professional product created to improve business processes at X Hotel's Hotel Revenue Management Company. In order to provide context to why this product was created and which underlying issues it's trying to solve, I would like to provide some background information on X Hotels and how services are delivered on a daily basis. X Hotels is a hotel revenue management company which offers a wide range of management consulting services to hospitality-related companies. With their head office situated in Barcelona, Spain, the company manages hotels remotely on a global scale. The international portfolio extends from small boutique hotels to luxury resorts. As an example to the diversity of the portfolio, I would like to provide some examples of different hotel types that we manage. The portfolio of X Hotels ranges from independent 3-star mid-scale hotels with less than 10 rooms. Others include luxury boutique hotels, also owned by independent hotel chains, with less than 30 rooms, or large 5-star luxury beach hotels with more than 150 rooms, and even 5-star luxury resorts from well-established international brands. These examples clearly show the complexity of the market in which X Hotels operates in. The small differences between all of the hotels often make for a complex and time-consuming process to analyze and understand the hotels before a strategy can be created and implemented. Additionally, as we work remotely, more limitations are introduced by the inability to scrutinize the hotel's data. This leads us to analyze exactly which thresholds we might come across at X Hotels and how it is easy to understand where operational hurdles originate from, leading to undesirable performance gaps. The success of any revenue management strategy strongly depends on the level of knowledge about the property and the market it operates in. In case of large hospitality management companies, this principle is largely followed by having standardized hotel concepts, which mainly follow consistent patterns in terms of choice of location and appearance. Generally, such companies choose to cluster multiple hotels in leading areas, such as capitals, to gain more market share. This allows for gathering higher levels of market data by revenue managers. Having these benefits allows for superior awareness of the hotel you're managing and makes it more accessible to create more uniform analytical output. One of the challenges at X Hotels is to break through the aforementioned barriers in order to fully grasp the hotel status quo and effectively communicate this to every stakeholder, especially when entering as a new player in the market. In order to fully understand the dimensions of the problem and gain support from management, it is key that the required steps to producing the final product are thoroughly analyzed. Hereby, the feasibility of each element is at the foundation of the decision-making process to ensure every revenue manager is able to achieve the desirable final product according to the previously set parameters. For this project, the choice is made to use the gap analysis, as it allows to clearly define the current performance and what potentially can be achieved once the product is implemented. Within the analysis, the measurements of time and productivity can be set to predetermined acceptable parameters to allow for clearly tracking the progress. By using a problem-specific approach such as the gap analysis, we can first assess where the underlying problems originate from and evaluate their relevance accordingly. The general area that we're focusing on today is related to the improvement of business processes. Due to the rapid development of X Hotels, it's important to actively seek for process improvement. When opening new hotels, it's important that everything is set up as soon as possible due to the cost involved during the opening phase. Steps needed to search for contacts and other information about the city is currently very time-consuming. In the next slides, we will determine the targets and the required steps to finalize the product. Professional product includes a template which could help revenue managers at X Hotels to adapt more quickly to the situation of a particular city. More specifically, when X Hotels acquires a new client situated in the same geographical location. The template essentially comprises of previously gained data and knowledge about the area. market behavior, and a summary of valuable contacts in a region, such as OTAs and potential partners, to kickstart the new project. This optimizes the process and increases the competitiveness of X hotels by improving the acquisition rate of new hotels. It can lead to becoming a more competitive market player. This in turn also assists in profit maximization and improving of the scalability and by standardizing the processes. The solution would replace the otherwise time-consuming efforts of going to different revenue managers to collect the required information. This ensures that employees are more satisfied and work more efficiently. This could in turn lower the turnover rates. Elaborating further on the last topic, the analysis shows that employees can be more satisfied when decluttering working schedules and offering a more goal-oriented approach. The bridge to this gap is the action plan, which we will discuss further. The template in itself can be implemented once the new property has been added to the portfolio. To gather information at the start of each template, it is possible to duplicate the original version, whereby data linked to the previous hotels is omitted and less relevant to the new property. For optimal use of the solution, the template ought to be updated consistently with the before acquired properties to ensure maximal accuracy of the information. As an alternative, the template can either be updated on predetermined intervals depending on the preference of the revenue manager in question. The following practical data can be captured at an early stage of each hotel in our portfolio, and it is whereby cost efficiency and feasibility led the way of the final features of the solution. The goal of the template is to be of value to all employees and to be rich in resources. The template will include essential contact information regarding the setup of the property on OTAs, competitive set data according to the relevant star ranking, market data such as performance statistics and government databases, events and other impactful days essential to the year, such as holidays, and other valuable contact information from the industry, such as fellow revenue managers from respected properties in the city, companies as possible future partners, such as museums, restaurants, and convention centers. Next, we discuss the important steps towards a successful implementation. For an innovative solution to be recognized by employees, it is important that it is perceived as novel by them and of added value. Therefore, one of the key points highlighted in this section is emphasizing on the product's qualities and benefits to improve adoption rates. Additionally, importance is placed on facing employees with the new demands placed on them in terms of ex-hotels, continuous growth, and how the possible consequences might affect them in their work. Another way of showing employees the value can be to focus on fully implementing the product for one team or employee successfully, whereby the benefits of using the product are actively shared throughout the firm. This has been displayed before when technology added value in instructing others, whereby the adoption rates were much higher due to the perceived value. The previously discussed steps are included in the model of 5 stages in the innovation decision process created by Rogers, which is currently shown on the screen. During the first steps of the implementation process, the knowledge level of the company is assessed. The following conditions should be met to increase the feasibility of the project according to Rogers. First of all, we discussed the previous practice. It is applicable in X hotels as all employees are trained in a similar way and follow the same company standards and practical knowledge of the industry. Secondly, felt needs and problems. The need to save time is present for all employees since we all have to face last-minute challenges, which we have to take care of directly. This could prevent us from either finishing other high-priority tasks or communicating the problem that this product is trying to solve. Thirdly, innovativeness. The product has not been used before in the company, which can make it more impactful. Fourth, norms of the social systems. The product can assist in making the communication more effectively. This in turn could assist in making the social system of the company more dynamic. Even if the above-mentioned points are validated, the new knowledge, education, and practice should provide not only a how-to experience but also know why experience. According to Seaman, this will help employees understand the true value of the implementation, whereby any doubts or pre-assumptions can be eliminated. The model describes this as the persuasion phase, where any negative or positive attitude toward the innovation are tackled. During the persuasion stage, it is known that the perception of a product is heavily influenced by the opinion of colleagues. The beliefs of all employees about the innovation of the company can therefore form a boundary between the acceptance or rejection based on how it is perceived by your peers. As the strongest influence comes from close colleagues, it is important to make sure that the product is fully understood and thoroughly discussed to prevent any negative reinforcement within the team. For this reason, the best approach is to implement the product in a direct and team-oriented fashion, where information is shared and feedback can be openly discussed. Next, we discuss the decision stage. At this decision stage, the employees will either choose to adopt or reject the product. As discussed by Roger, the product will be more likely to be adopted more quickly when using a trial basis. The proposed method, as mentioned before, will be to implement it first in only one team to measure the performance and receive constructive feedback. In this way, the innovation can be used in their own situation and then come to an adoption decision. While this can speed up the process of implementation, rejection is still possible in every stage of the decision-making process. During this phase, it is also possible to assess which team is most interested in trying out the innovation. According to Rogers, the rate of adoption varies amongst individuals, which makes it interesting to evaluate whether there are differences in motivation within the company. As can be seen in the below figure, the percentage of innovators is considered to be small, only at 2.5%. However, as they are generally more willing to experience new ideas and cope with unsuccessful innovation, it is worth seeking for this small group of employees at Ixodels. Lastly, we arrive at the implementation stage. During this phase, the product will be put into practice. However, there will still be uncertainty involved in diffusion, which still can be a problem at this stage and lead to slower adoption rate or even rejection of the product. To assist during this process, the person in charge of implementation can be someone highly respected in the company and can advocate the idea. Thereby, employees might feel more comfortable with accepting the product and subsequently see the benefits more quickly. Another important step during this process is to allow everyone to provide feedback, which might lead to the reinvention of the product, which in turn can make the final result better. Hereby, it is essential to report any changes made to the product to maintain its uniformity throughout the company. At this last stage, the confirmation of the product will be based on all the feedback received. It is important to evaluate the comments and conclude if the template is ready to be implemented. If the product is not fully optimized, it might lead to slower adoption rate, as can be seen in the model as well. The possibility to revise the product before re-implementation is favorable in this case. The template would mainly have implications in the overall speed of adapting the strategy for a specific hotel to the market it is going to operate in. The following template enables the revenue manager in charge to quickly assess the available data using the guidance of previously curated data relevant to his property and summarized in this product. As a result, time can be saved by circumnavigating the process of acquiring basic yet crucial information to the project's success. The template offers a cost and time-effective method, speeding up the series of actions required to finalize the initial steps to set up a new hotel. Furthermore, besides reducing the time taken by data searching, it is worth noting that interruptive interactions are cut short, which is beneficial to communication and reduces suspended progression. The possible benefits derived from introducing this solution could help the company improve processes related to managing new properties in various areas. When looking at the cost related to creating the template, it is notably less than the estimated cost saved by the implementation of this product. To conclude, the benefit of having to spend less time on communicating the details of each city is both beneficial to the employee as well as the profitability of the company. Having evaluated the expected outcome of the project, it can be considered as feasible based on the previously discussed cost and time-saving benefits and relatively low time that it takes to build the template. This concludes the video, and please find more information written in the paper separately attached to this assignment. Thank you for your time.